Okay, welcome everybody to this conversation with a young person who's currently in independent supportive living. Think about other young people who might be listening to this, other young people who have maybe just been in care for the first time, like this is free for them. If you have those people in the back of your mind, I can guarantee that this would be a really helpful conversation.
My dream job was to always have to be an accountant, but I've just had a massive kick up the arse at the moment recently and just been like, right, you're nearly an adult, sort yourself out. For 5 days and I'm 18.
So going back and doing your GCSEs has been part of that kick up the bum, has it?
Yeah. Only got a routine back since being at college, so I'm getting a decent night's sleep. I'm going to bed at 11 and waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I get to fulfill my whole day.
How did you get out of that rut?
Since all this COVID malarkey kicked in, I cannot sit indoors all day in, day out, not doing anything. And I had applied to Highbury a couple of months before in the September, because I started in December, and it was just a way of me seeing an escape to not being stuck in, day out. It was my way, I get to go outside, I don't have to be stuck in the same 4 walls 2 days. It's only 2 days, but it's better than being stuck in 7 days a week looking at the same four walls for what feels like eternity. And plus it's made my mental health better, being able to just get out and go somewhere and knowing I've actually got something practical to do for my day.
100%, that's amazing.
Being able to get up and go to college is a way of freedom, so you're not stuck in. Because yes, I know you can't go and see your friends, but I've made friends in college, so not only is that my freedom, but that's my social time.
Yeah.
So that's me to be able to go and catch up with my friends, for me to be able to go and do my education, but for me to also to have time for me. It's like a safe place away from here, really, if you think about it.
And okay, you've described college as being a bit of a safe place and a bit of like a freedom, and so how do you see where you're living now? How do you feel about your living situation at the moment?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, things for me personally at the moment are quite stressful because I'm coming on to moving on from here to post 18 in July, and obviously that will then be when I step foot into the big wide world, and I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna have as many people to rely on, if that makes sense. So not only that, college is a way of me not relying on anyone, because I get up, I go on my own, I've got to do all my learning on my own, I've got to go get my lunch on my own, so that means going into a shop, which is all things I struggle with because of my anxiety. So just doing that is also a way of me conquering my fear, but in baby steps. I applied for college on my own. No one knew I'd done it until I knew that I'd got an interview.
Yeah, I love that.
I can never keep a secret about anything, but that I held in for so long until I knew I'd got an interview. And then the first person I rang was Sue and was like, oh my God, I got a college interview, don't make any plans, you're coming with me. And then she was here in her car, we drove to Highbury Caution campus, I had my interview, and then I started the week after.
I think actually this is a good question for you, that staff and people around you, the support network around you, can underestimate what you're capable of.
100%.
And it's quite nice to be able to surprise
And I'm not
people.
going to lie, it can feel quite patronising when, obviously, staff know this because I say it to them, but when you've got them here 24/7, watching everything, it can make you feel very under pressure, because it's like, oh, right, I've got to impress these people. In a way, it is good because they are there to encourage you as well. I'm not going to lie, for the past week, I've only done a couple of loads of washing because I've been so drained. They can be here to compromise as well. So yes, I may not have the energy to do everything, but as long as I'm helping with my own jobs, they don't mind helping either. But But in a way, you've got to learn that living in these sort of places is kind of what it would be like if you was living in your own house. You've still got to cook yourself, got to go out, do your own food shopping, do your own washing, buy your own stuff to wash your clothes. So, it's all things that would teach you on for later on in life.
How do you feel like the staff have supported you to be independent?
Oh, they've been bloody brilliant. This past, I'd say since January, I've seen a massive difference in myself, and them. Like, I've got such a better bond with all the core staff now. Like, I don't kick off half as much as what I used to. I do all my own stuff. Like, I literally need staff now for my emotional support.
Yeah.
Because practically, I'm brilliant.
Yeah.
How did you get to that place? Because you weren't there, you didn't start there. So
I started in foster care when I was first put into care, and I was in foster care until September 2019, and I was put in care March the 7th 2018, so it'll be 3 years and 4 days that I've been in the system. Oh, it's crazy. That has gone so quickly, that's the thing. This past year and a half has flown it. Wouldn't you say? Since I've been here, this past year and a half has just flown.
My God, yeah. And also the change in you over here that we've been working together, and it's absolutely awesome that you're doing things that are positive now.
I'm doing things I wouldn't have done a year ago. Let's just put it that way. Like, getting up and setting an alarm and getting myself up and getting myself ready for college. I wouldn't have done that a year ago. I would have been sat in bed by now. Would have not going. Yeah. My own personal experiences, what's changed for me is I lost someone I really cared about. I kind of lost my family a bit. And it was like, do you know what? Actually, this is what I needed to say. Sort your life out, Sian. Because it was my nan. I lost my nan the day after my birthday, and she was the one that was always there, no matter how good or bad the situation could be. And when I lost her, it was like I lost another half of me, and I had to make up for losing that other half. So it was like, okay, I've got to go out and I've got to do this on my own now. So that was just my kick up the arse to say, do you know what? Do as you're told for once, Sian, and actually just sort your life out. She's laughing because she knows it's true. Before I lost my nan, I was misbehaving left, right and centre. I'd be missing every day, every week. I was going out when lockdown first started for weeks on end and just didn't care. And I was like, okay, and then obviously coming back here on the day after my birthday and being told that I'd lost my best friend, that was it. And I was like, no, do you know what? It's time for me to sort myself out, and that was it.
Yeah, you did, Sian.
Like today, I've gone out and I'm starting my healthy eating diet. So I've now gone out and I've got my calorie count now on my phone. I had poached eggs on toast for breakfast this morning.
Oh, wow.
They were banging. I didn't make them. Johnny did, because I was like, how to make poached eggs?
Wow.
But yeah, I went out and did my food shop with Paula this morning. She's been one of the biggest godsends being here, as Paula. I could sing her praises till the world ended. Because she's been one of them ones who will put you in your place, but she can also have a laugh. She's not strict boundaries all day, every day. Like, she wants to be able to let us have a laugh, but then we've also got to learn the seriousness of everything as well. So she's been a massive godsend.
She has, hasn't she? She's been there.
I've never met anyone until I met Paula until I met her. She has just been amazing. Like, I couldn't sing her praises enough, really.
Yeah, she's
like, obviously you've got Christina who does all the back works. She's amazing, but like when I know Paula's in, I just wake up with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Because she's one of the ones who I've argued with the most, but she's pulled me through everything the most. It's been one of them relationships. It's been a very love-hate relationship with me and Paula since the day I moved in.
Yeah, and she tells you, doesn't she? She tells you how it is.
Yeah, which is what I need, because I
Yeah.
don't listen to boundaries and
Yeah.
I don't listen to being told what to do. I think it's rubbish. I think you're your own person. You should be able to go out and make your own decisions with anyone telling you different.
Yeah.
However, since Paula's been here, she's made me see the reality and be like, do you know what? Actually, no, I wouldn't be doing this if I was still at home, or if I was living with my mum, I wouldn't be going out and doing what I was doing now. Like, I wouldn't be going off to places that wouldn't necessarily before, if you know what I mean.
You're right.
So, you know, it's been a difficult roller coaster, really, but every care journey is different.
Sounds like there are a few stepping stones in your journey that have got to where you are now.
Yeah, definitely.
The first being your own resilience and the grief of your nan kind of pushing you toward something new and hope for what could be.
The transformation is breathtaking. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Thanks.
It seems that there have been people in your life as well that have seen the gold in you and the potential in you, even when you didn't see it yourself.
Exactly. Like, I've been so close to giving up on myself a few times where I've debated my life. I'll be honest, I have.
Yeah.
I've debated and I've sat here and I've gone, is it worth it anymore?
Yeah.
But then I've had people like Sue, like Paula, like my mum, who have sat there and gone, no, you can do it. Like, they're the ones that have sat there and gone, Sian, you've come this far, so what's stopping you from going further? It's like every cloud has a silver lining. This has been my silver lining. Going to college has been my way of powering through things. It is nice to talk about it now when I'm finally ready to talk about it, whereas when I've tried to talk about it before, it's been a massive struggle because it's still too much of a touchy subject. Whereas now I'm getting better, like, I'm doing all the right things now. I'm just taking each day as it comes and I'm not rushing anything anymore.
Do you think the rushing comes from a pressure that you're not doing enough?
Well, I'll be honest, obviously I've got autism, so it's one of them things, but it's because I would see the world in a completely different perspective to how you would, or how Sue would, or how a kid the same age as me would. And it's because my brain processes things 10 times slower as someone else would, but I'll overthink it 100 times quicker. So I wouldn't necessarily process it before you would, but I'll overthink it a lot more than what, say, you would. So it's just one of them things about just taking my time and taking my time to understand what is being said to me, because I've been speaking about post-18 placements and where I will move on after here, and in my last meeting I got told that I did have to actually slow down because I was planning way too far ahead way too quickly. I was planning July before we'd even got there, or we're even halfway there, because that's just how my brain likes to work. And obviously Sue will tell you that I'm always planning ahead. It don't matter what it is or when it is. Like, my mum or someone could be in my family could be getting married next year and I'm already thinking about what I'm going to wear.
Yeah. I can remember when we first spoke in January of this year, and you said to me, do you realise it's something, you told me how many days you have until your 18th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow. Wow.
It's just coming around so quickly. Like, this time last year, we were sat there in our first pandemic lockdown.
Yeah.
And not knowing what was going on, and now we're all planning our lives, but like, do you know, it just, so much has happened in a year. Then it's like, what, not only like just like people like us, but what, not like, look at what everyone's had to go through in a year. Like, we've all had to overcome so much of not being able to go and visit family or friends, and having to wear masks to go into shops and stand in a certain distance away from people because you're too scared of what they've got. Like, that is something I never thought I'd have to go through in my lifetime. Never. Like, obviously, we've had the world wars and that, but nothing like this.
But Sian, with all that going on in the world, what you've just gone through, you've got through this. You've got through this, and look at you, actually in college. You're achieving so many qualifications now, aren't you? That you're powering through this qualification. You really are, and you're talking about now.
Do you know what my mum and dad actually said? They were proud of me on Friday, which is one thing they've never said.
Yeah.
But because I'm actually going to college, I'm actually proving that I can do the things I said I was gonna. Yeah. Because it's been a massive thing in my life that people have always doubted me because I do have quite bad anger issues when it comes to it. Yeah. And that's always been one thing that's prevented me from going on and doing things that I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
But for the first time in my whole 17 years of life, my mum and dad said they're proud of me.
How did it make you feel?
I was over the moon. Like, it was a weird feeling. It was like having butterflies flying through my stomach all over again. It was just that excited nervousness of, do you know what, I've actually done it. My mum and dad have finally said that they are proud of me. And that's something I've always dreamed of. I've always been a daddy's girl. But he was the one person, well, out of my parents, he was the one I've had the most difficulty with. Because me and him are so similar. But to hear him say the words, I'm proud of you, it sent me through the roof. It was like, do you know what? I'm finally at the end of my tunnel. I don't need darkness anymore.
Yeah, it did.
Because if I've got my dad and I've got my mum, they're the only two people that I do need that I haven't had, if that makes sense. Because I've always been pushed aside and been put out the picture for all my other siblings, but it's because I'm not there. And they don't get to see the changes I'm making because I don't see them very often. So for me to be able to actually go home, which I have been able to do, and to be able to spend time in my family home with my mum and my siblings, and then go and see my dad as well, it's an achievement in itself.
And Christmas as well, Sian.
And I went home and I was actually able to do a Christmas at home, even with all this lockdown. I isolated for 15 days to be able to go and see my mum and my dad.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just the excitement of my mum calling me Christmas Day. She was like, I'm 5 minutes round the corner, and I was stood outside for that 5 minutes until she got there. Yeah. Because it was the excitement of knowing, do you know what, my mum's going to drive down that road in a minute in a car, and I'm going to see my mum for the first time in
And you really enjoyed that family time, didn't you, on Christmas Day?
Yeah, I did. As much as my stepdad did have a funny 5 minutes, it still didn't make a difference. It was my mum that turned around and said, do you know what, let's not let him ruin our day. He was like, you've worked your ass off. She was like, you've worked your ass off to come home, Sian. She went, don't let him spoil it. And for my mum to say that, it's just is this actually real?
Yeah.
It's like my whole dream from when I first got put in care is actually becoming a reality.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that. That's very deep.
Yeah, but I wouldn't talk. It's good I can talk about it now because it was a struggle before.
I mean, I'm just thinking about some young people who that's still a huge struggle. You know, maybe they didn't get.
But one thing I will say is don't give up, because I did. And I thought it was the end for me. I was ready to go, do you know what? Nah. But I didn't, because I had so many people there encouraging me. And yeah, it may not look like you've got support, but if you've got someone there who will sit and listen to you, take advantage of that, because I didn't start off with. And I thought I was struggling on my own. But then, do you know, I actually saw there was people there to help me. And that was what helped me go forward to finish doing where I am now. Don't mind me, I'm not being rude, but I'm having a fag because it is quite a deep subject for me. And I'm just I'm all right talking about it, but I just need to process it in my head as well.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm doing all the different face masks and that at the moment as well. And Paula bought me in this one, but it's like a heat one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. So I'm proper into my skincare at the moment as well. I'm always cleanse, toning, moisturising, face masking, the lot.
Oh.
It's just one of my little chill time things now. I'll sit with my music on, have a face mask on, or I'll put a film on and I'll just lay there in bed and chill for a bit.
Little bit of self-care.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I bath once to twice a day. Even if I don't wash my hair, either of those times, I will just get in a bath to chill. Because it's my way of, like, washing away all the bad stuff that's happened to me that day. It's like, right, okay, it's done now. It's a stress reliever, it's gone. So...
That's a good way of thinking of a bath, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's how, like, obviously, I'll be honest, when I first got put into, well, before I even got put into care, I wouldn't bath or shower properly because part of my autism was I'd never understand it. But I made it a part of my routine, and the way I started looking at it is, right, I've got in the bath, I've had a bad day, I chill in that bath, I process what's happened. Once I get out of the bath, that's then problem's gone. So, you know, it's not, you don't always have to look at things in a negative way, even if what has happened is negative. There is always every problem has a solution, and even I've started going towards that way now. I didn't. I used to think once everything was a problem, it was a problem, and it was going to stay a problem. But now I've come to every problem has a solution, whether it may not be the solution that you wanted, but it's a solution, a way to get you out of that problem. So...
That's really helpful. That's a good lesson learned as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And obviously, I can say that from personal experiences of being a child in care.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine that you've been hit with challenge after challenge, problem after problem.
It's like jumping hurdles. It's like jumping, you've got a new hurdle to jump every day, whether it be a little one or a big one. Some days you might not have any at all, but it's better to have them now and go through the hurdles I am now and learn the life lessons I am now before I get older and I have to do it all on my own. Hence why when I said earlier, you need to take advantage of the actual support that you do have around, like that the kids do have around them, because I didn't, and I pushed everyone away to the point that I was then fighting a battle on my own. But then what people have got to realise as well is we're all here for similar reasons. We're in care for like similar reasons. And it's like, because either we didn't have the family nurture and networks that we needed, like me, I didn't have a mum and dad when I was little. I was very neglected as a child, so I didn't like grow up having the connection with my mum and dad that I needed. But to now say that I have got it is a dream come true. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I started to realise that I wasn't as close with my mum and dad as what I needed to be, I thought, oh well, that's it, I've lost them forever. What's the point in constantly trying? I've lost them forever. But now, me and my mum are like the bestest of friends. FaceTime her every day. Like, my mum, I could sit here and ring my mum now. I probably could have got myself into the worst position in the whole world, and my mum would now sit there and support me the whole way through it. Whereas before, if I would have rung my mum a year ago and had the same thing happen, she wouldn't. And that's the difference.
How has your experiences, the lessons that you've learned, how does that impact your relationships with others at college?
Because I've got new life lessons, like social skills was a massive thing to me. I didn't have them a year ago. Like, even the basic ones I've got now, I didn't have a year ago. Just even like going up and talking to someone was a massive struggle to me. Would hate going into new classrooms with people, like, just pushing. You've got to go out of your comfort zone to make it your comfort zone.
But also, you've come up with your own solution now that you shared with me last week or the week before, and you put headphones on, and then people leave you alone. Music
is my saviour. Music is one of the one things that has kept me going. Whether I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm going through like a crap time with my anger or something, music is that one thing that I can just put on. It's like I'm safe. Like, music is like the thing that does make me feel like I am safe.
There have been, as we're talking, there are clearly some like coping things that you do that self-regulate you, that keep you sane.
Yeah.
Whether that's you having a bath.
It's even stupid things like having a lock on my bedroom door.
Yeah.
Like, knowing I can go out and lock my room and be like, okay, my belongings are okay. They're not going to go missing.
Right.
It's just stupid things like that give me that closure. Do you know what? I am okay. You know, so...
Yeah.
It's just one of them things, really.
But it takes time to figure out what kind of things calm you back down.
It takes a lot of self-motivation. Like, you've got to want to do it for something to happen. Like, if I didn't want college to happen, it wouldn't happen. If I didn't want to go out and succeed in life, it wouldn't happen, because you've got to have that motivation to go, do you know what, okay, I am going to get up and do this today. Like, some days I still don't have that. Some days I still lie in bed and think, oh, I can't bother today. But you've got to have them days for you to be okay, because you can't be happy all the time.
I think
like today, I woke up and I felt pretty crap. I was like, okay, I'm having a bad day. Do you know what? I'll just chill and have the day to myself in bed. I've gone out, I've done my food shopping, so then I don't have to worry about doing anything else. Like, that's my day done.
Yeah, and it's those wins, isn't it? Cashing in on those wins of like, I achieved that, and kind of realising to yourself, okay, I can take a break now, and I can stop. I've earned this too.
Definitely.
There's a huge amount of that as well, isn't there?
Yeah, of course.
Feeling fulfilled, feeling purposeful.
Exactly.
And also taking the break when you need the break.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know if there's more that you want to share, but you've like given me so much to think about, and there was just some things there that you shared that I'm really grateful to hear, and I know that others will be too. So thank you for being brave. Thank you for going first.
It's fine.
But
I've got to say a thank you to Sue, because me being in college, me going to my apprenticeships, if she wasn't there guiding me through it and being like there for me to talk to 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, I don't think I would have got as far as I am, because it's her that's helped me strive through my struggles. Like with my apprenticeship, when I started that, I was ready to give it all up within a couple of weeks, because I didn't think I'd cope. But she showed me a way around it.
Yeah, I always will, Sian.
Exactly.
Always will. Always be here.
So, you know, this is what I mean. You've got to be grateful for the people you've got. It may not, like, to me, I've got so much support around me, but if I didn't accept that support and be like, okay, I have got people here, then I wouldn't be as far as I am, because you've got to let people help you. As much as people feel like you've got to do everything on your own for you to be able to succeed, you don't at all. You've got to be able to have the people there, and you've got to be able to let people in, because it's never good bottling everything up, because then you do just explode, and that's when things do go to shit. You know, so
yeah, you're sharing so much more now, aren't you?
I'm so much more honest now, more to the point. Like, I'm not scared to hide anything anymore. So,
you're amazing. That's what you are.
It is. You're absolutely amazing, Sian. You really are.
I think
you are awesome.
You've made so many people proud.
Thank you.
Obviously, your mum and dad, for you, being at the top of that list. But
definitely,
you know, so many people in that home, so many people in your support network around you.
Oh yes, definitely.
So I guess the future is bright, I think, for someone like you, because of your mind, because of your resilience.
Yep.
Which is, that's going to go with you, that's going to carry you everywhere you go. You know, that mind, that resilience is in there, that strength.
And actually, awesomest people that I've ever met to do with maths. She knows her maths. Oh my.
Numbers is my thing, I will say that.
I'll tell you what, Sian is up there with her maths. You know exactly what you're doing, and you are going to make the most amazing accountant.
Thanks.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that, even though I haven't seen any of your maths. I believe that from Sue.
Yeah, wow. It's just been
Absolutely
something I've always been good at. It's just something that's just come natural to me. So
Well, thank you so much.
it's all right.
You're very clever.
Thanks.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. It means a lot. It actually does.
Yeah. Well, that closes our time together.
Thank you.
And I guess, Sian, I'm guessing if there are young people that wanted to get in touch with you, or, you know, you talked before to me about mentoring and peer-to-peer support. That's something that you're really up for, isn't it? And
Definitely.
so if there are young people out there that kind of want to chat with Sian and like just get to know her a bit better, contact us and we will link you up with her.
Definitely. More than up for that.
Right. Thank you so much.
It's all right. No worries.